Thanks to its array of casinos and one of the densest populations on the planet, Macau, only a few kilometres west of Hong Kong on China's south coast, has become a mecca for thrill seekers and foodies alike. With its Portuguese colonial history and largely Cantonese population, influences on Macau's cuisine have come from far and wide. So fusion food is the name of the game here, and the burgeoning restaurant scene has attracted some of the world's best chefs to make some of the most eclectic dishes you'll find anywhere. And if there's one thing I can get used to, it's fine dining. I've never had Michelin-starred fried rice. I'm off to meet David Wong, a seasoned international chef, critic and a writer. He's the perfect man to introduce me to the intricacies of Macau's complicated culinary offerings. Hi, David.
Hi, John. How are you? Well, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
So this is the Red Market, is it?
Yeah, this is the Red Market.
It's red.
Yeah, of course.
You want to show me the way?
Sure, let's go in.
How does this market work?
We have all the seafood, fresh seafood and fish on this floor, and then over there is vegetables and all the dry food.
Right, show me the way. That's what you call fresh squid. Look at that. This, for me, is like a kid in a sweet shop.
Yeah.
I mean, I love markets, but I mean, there's something about Asian markets, isn't there?
Yeah, everything's alive, right? Everything has to be fresh.
There's the prime example.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair to say that in Cantonese food, every single part of the fish is used, isn't it?
Yes. They usually steam it whole or grill it whole, use except for the insides and the gills.
And these boys are all alive.
These are lovely fresh prawns, you can tell. Just keep splashing everywhere.
Lovely surf clams.
Over in Macau, we have lots of different kinds of clams.
I love this place. See, the thing is, right, is that seafood has to be fresh. And if you don't have a refrigerator, what's the way to make sure it's going to be fresh? Of course, buying it when it's still moving. At least you're guaranteed it's going to be fresh. Well, this is a clam stall. So every single type of clam you can ever imagine is going to be here. There is some abalone. Look, these fresh ones are squirting everywhere. Look, saying hello to me. These little ones, which are lovely. You got pippies here, which are little tiny sand clams. Razor clams. Razor clams, which move and are alive and wonderful. And it just goes on and on. Bigger clams, tiny clams, clams galore. This is clam heaven. Imagine all the ways you could do this. Steam them, fry them, or just eat them as they are. You know they're fresh because they're still alive. Do you use clams a lot in Cantonese food?
Yes, we do, but more so in Macau.
I've just been squirted by a prawn. I call that a trophy where I come from, or a medal, a prawn medal. I have to tell you, this is not like any Asian market I've been to before because there are sort of Asian ingredients, choys and various bits and pieces, but very European things as well. Potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Is this what Macanese cuisine's all about?
You got the Portuguese ingredients influence here. Then you got the Chinese with the cabbage, the daikons, you know. You got a combination of all these flavors, just pure joy.
Can you tell me what these are and what you do with them?
Yes, sure. This is Morning Glory. Great name, isn't it? We usually stir fry it. Then you have different types of choy sam, gai lan, bak choy. Traditionally, it's stir fried with garlic and then a bit of seasonings, a bit of soy sauce maybe, and that's it. Up
there is one of the most unusual vegetables that very many people won't know about. This is a lotus root, yeah?
Yes.
I make crisps out of that.
Oh yeah, lotus root. Yeah.
Slice them really, really thinly.
Yeah.
Deep fry them.
Yeah.
I think they're better than potato crisps.
Yeah, definitely.
How much would that cost?
27.
It's expensive. So I'll give it 25.
Yeah. Haggling in the market.
Of course you got to haggle in the market. Every month you got to haggle. You hold the end?
I'll hold it in there.
Look at that inside. That's lovely. You bring me to the best places, David. The smell of this place. This smells great.
So this is like the preserve place.
So why are we here?
We're here to buy some ingredients for the dish. So we need to buy first the shrimp paste and some tamarind.
Shrimp paste and tamarind?
Yes, a shrimp paste came from the Portuguese when they travels. On the travels, they went to Malaysia, Malacca, and then they come all the way back to Macau.
The more I've listened and the more I've learned about the food in Macau and the influences, I think about chilies and tomatoes from South America, I think about salt cod from Portugal, or whether it be shrimp paste and tamarind coming from Malaysia, it really does reinforce the fact that Macanese is the oldest fusion cuisine in the world. Ingredients in hand, we're heading back to David's kitchen for a lesson in combining those seemingly disparate elements into one delicious dish. David, what are we going to cook?
Pork with tamarind and bay leaves and shrimp paste.
So where do we start?
We have to do the marinade first.
Into a hot pan goes a slice of tamarind paste and a cube of palm sugar with a little water. Then we slice and dice an onion. Chinese influences, things like pork, the influences from Portugal, and the travelling. So palm sugar coming from Malaysia, tamarind coming from lower down in Asia, shrimp paste.
Shrimp paste.
Quite incredible. At the same time, Chinese soy sauce and Chinese wine.
There's a well-aged, delicate liquor.
Very good. I like a well-aged, delicate liquor. My palm sugar and tamarind now are starting to melt and become this lovely brown syrup. Once the marinade cools down, we'll add some garlic and onion, lemon wedges and bay leaves. I look down here and I could be in Spain or in Italy. Into the marinade, we add a glug of Chinese wine. It smells as strong as moonshine. And a large measure of light soy sauce.
Then you add the special sauce, shrimp paste. Smell that.
Yeah, I quite like the smell of shrimp paste.
I know, a lot of people don't like it.
To some people, it probably smells like a sort of a very aged cheese.
Yeah.
That have been kept in your socks. Now we mix all the ingredients together. I've never seen a mixture like this ever. It's quite an extraordinary fusion, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So next, the pork.
So that goes in?
That goes in, and then marinate for 24 hours. We take off the fat, we roast that.
Look at that. Crispy bits of pork fat. Yum.
We're gonna do some green pepper powder.
How do you make green pepper powder?
Take off the skin of some pepper, we dehydrate it in a dehydrator.
We've all got one of them at home.
We just put the peppers here on the tray. You could use a cayenne pepper, no problem, no paprika, no problem.
How long does that take, David?
That's going to take around 2 hours. And then you grind it down.
It looks like wasabi. It tastes like green peppers.
It does. Next, we go make the crispy rice.
Pre-boiled rice is fried in hot vegetable oil. Rice Krispies. That's fun, isn't it?
That's fun. What we're going to do now is go put it in a pestle mortar and break it down. Next, we go pan fry the pork.
That marinade is really powerful, isn't it? In goes the marinated pork. You properly fry it, David.
There you go.
Now we'll add the remaining marinade, bring it to the boil, and then oven roast it at 160 Celsius for 2 hours. So this is one you've done earlier, David. It's slow braised for 2 hours.
Yep. Next, we go drain the sauce.
That actually does taste like Worcestershire sauce. If we had been born 100 years ago, David, you and I would be really rich. We could put that in a bottle and sell it all around the world. Wow.
Next, we go pan fry the rice.
Into a hot pan goes diced pepper, chopped pork, and some more of that pre-boiled rice. A lot of people in the world would be using a lot more rice than that with the amount of garnish you've got in there.
Yes, that's true. But it's texture. We get the texture from the peppers and from the rice.
We season with a pinch of salt and a dash of light soy sauce and add spring onions before we switch off the heat. I've never watched an expert make fried rice before.
And last of all, put in some the dry rice.
Oh, this is the deep fried ground rice.
More texture. Next, we go assemble the dish.
I recognise that. That's pea sprouts. What's these two?
Italian shoots and red amaret.
Okay, great.
So put the rice in there, in the mould.
This doesn't look very classic to me.
This is a classic dish, but done in the modern style. Get the pork.
Beautiful piece of pork.
Take off the string, keeps its shape. Cut that in half. Nice and tender.
At that. Oh, wow.
Right, can we get some sauce? Garnish with micro herbs. They're called scratchings. And then some green pepper powder.
Oh, the green pepper powder.
Yeah.
The all-important green pepper powder.
So that's it. This is the pork with tamarind, bay leaves, and shrimp paste. Bon appetit.
Fantastic. Thank you
Great.
very much. That's brilliant.
No problem.
Very exciting. Do you know what they call that where I come from?
No. What do they call that?
Lunch.
Let's go.